recording. So what we want to do today, guys, is this. I have now become the IT help desk in many ways, and if you're coming to me for the help desk on IT, you're not going to get much help. So I wanted to do this call so that we can go through every challenge that some of you are facing. And listen, what I do not and will not allow this to turn into is a complaining session, because I know that's what happens a lot of times. Is what'll happen is we'll say, hey, who has a question? Who has something we need to get help with? And then nobody will say anything. And then Lisa will bring up a couple of things. Maybe some of the other leadership will bring up some things. And then it goes down a rabbit hole where everybody's like, well, this is wrong and that's wrong. And this is spelled. And my kid, told me off this morning. And it's like it just evolves into something it shouldn't be. But we also want to make sure that we're very cognizant of helping you guys really understand what's going on. And then also, I want James to see what's going on firsthand. So if you have any kind of issue, if there's something you want to do, if you're on your phone, the best thing for us to be able to do is to replicate that. So if you're on your phone and you want to, show something that you're seeing or something you need help with, what you'll do is just in the group chat, and Lisa, just put the presenter. I don't know if you can show somebody. I don't know if you can move it to where they can just make somebody live and then see if they can share their screen. If that doesn't work, like what you'll need to do is unmute them and let them turn on their camera and stuff, and then see if they can share their screen. If they can't, you'll need to send them a presenter link. Which, do you remember how we did that
Yeah.
this morning?
Yes, sir.
All right. So don't call me sir. You'll need to share them don't act like y'all do this any other time. So don't start doing it now. So that's what I want you guys to do for this deal. And you and Lisa and I know Jeannie's on here. So guys, this is your chance. I want you to ask every single technical question you possibly can. And I will tell Evelyn not to rush it because she likes to. Evelyn likes to get everything done in 2 seconds and then move on to the next thing. So I wanted to draw that out in public because she's like, all right, we're done. Let's go to the next thing. Because Evelyn's brain works about 4 million times faster than most of ours. So I want it to go slow. I want you guys to get your questions answered. And James, so I'm going to let you and Lisa and Evelyn take it over because I know how I do things. I'm very commandeering and I like to put my 2 cents into everything. So I'll turn it over to you guys, but this is your chance, guys. Ask every question. I always tell people there's no stupid questions. There's just stupid people, and none of you are those stupid people. So ask the questions, because I promise you, if you're asking it and you're thinking it, somebody else may be as well. And James said he's got up to 2 hours to do this. So let's go through it and ask every single question. I'm going to jump off, and then we will get the recording up and go from there. Cool?
Sounds good.
All right. See you guys.
Bye. James,
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
so what's the most effective way for us to get this rolling?
I think we should probably, James, you want to start with a demo, and then if there's any questions, we can possibly just put on the thing, and then me and Lisa will go on the chat. So let's clarify, these are technical questions. If you're having issues with your app, if you want to share your screen, just kind of raise that question, and then we'll give you the presenter link and you guys can share your phone. Does that work?
Yep. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's start off with the driver's side. So we made significant changes on the price capability. So we'll go ahead and look at the driver for a second and look at the driver right pricing. So to get to that location, you just go to the menu and then go under the driver right pricing. And so we've been asked to increase the thresholds significantly. Again, since our fearless leader is not online, we can make those adjustments to reflect what we should really be putting in for the thresholds. But you can see here the max has been raised to $50. So you have ultimate flexibility to either not put a base fare as 0, or you can put up to $50 as a base fare. Now, if you understand the concept of a base fare and a minimum fare, it's exactly the same way how Uber works it. So on the first mile, if um, if the first mile, this is what the minimum fare would always come out to be. So this is what you can set. So every ride has a minimum fare of whatever threshold that you set here. And then the per minute, per mile is all set right here. And you can increase it based on just putting, and you can see as I move the meter here, based on what you put in here. Okay, well, actually, let me go take a step back. So since then, we've added the ability for you to do pricing for each category. So I'm under the Lux group, but if I wanted to see what my setting was for SUV, and if that was my default car class or car category, this is what you would be set as. But we were getting feedback saying that some of our customers were wanting to get lower class pricing. And if you were an SUV or Lux, you were entitled to get these rides. And so you would want to honor those prices. So you can set those accordingly. And then if you wanted to make a change, if I want to increase this to, a few cents and then update it, that's what my pricing would be. And then based on my estimate of a 10-mile, 15-minute duration, that's what my estimated earnings would be. That's what your estimated earnings. Keep that in mind. This is just a calculation based on if you do this kind of ride, this is what you would be expected to get paid out. And then you can also do what's called a test rate. So if you want to rather see it based on, okay, normally I go to a certain destination and I want to understand how long it would take, just based on the calculation. If I wanted to go from the airport, and then I wanted to go to I'm just going to keep on saying Twisted Tuna here, and then pull that in. Based on that calculation, from the airport to Twisted Tuna, it's going to be a 1 mile ride and 30 minutes. So if I wanted to see what I would make there, I can just change that and then change this to 30 minutes. And now I would see what my estimated earnings are based on my calculation. So you can see that I would make $27 in change based on my car classification.
Perfect.
If I want to see a different rating, I can see it accordingly. I would make $35 if my car classification was $35. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yep.
Okay. And then there's a surcharge for enable surge. So if you wanted to put that on your rate and you want to enable that for your time period, just go ahead and say yes, and then increase your surge value. We can go all the way up to 50%. And now I've increased my rate I'm going to make $52 on this type of ride based on my test scenario, just to show what's.
Hey, James, quick question. I'm saying, is everyone seeing James's screen? Because we see it. I just want to make sure, because I'm getting messages saying, perfect. Okay, hey Jermaine, I think you may want to make sure that you're looking at the right screen. Maybe if you're looking at your phone, maybe turn that sideways to landscape instead of, is it landscape? Yeah. Yeah. All right. We're also recording this, so we're going to put it up on YouTube as well. Sorry, James. My bad.
Yeah, no worries. And then there was some questions around people not being able to find each other. So like if you get a referral or if you get a ride that you want to be able to select that driver immediately without even having a ride before them, what you can do is we changed the search mechanism. So let me just get to my app here. So let me just do an arbitrary ride here. I'll just go to Twisted Tuna. Now, this is the key thing here. A lot of people are asking, what happens if I don't know any driver and I just don't care who I get? What kind of rates would I get? Well, it will go back to what you're accustomed to, which is our corporate rates. We set our corporate rates, and maybe Evelyn and Lisa, you guys can go through how those rates were modified because you put them in different geolocations, and you set those rates based on those time zone locations.
Mm-hmm.
And so those are the corporate rates. So if I just say, I don't care, I skip, you'll notice that those rates would be based on the corporate rate, not on any driver. This is an on-demand ride. So that's why there's a few drivers. I'm in Palm Beach area. But if I do a scheduled ride, right? If I do a
Mhm.
scheduled ride, or let's say just tomorrow, you'll see that the similar rates happen as well for on demand. So again, it's just a way for you to say, well, I want to choose a driver, so let me go and choose a driver. So let's say, again, this could be any driver in our whole network. So if I wanted to pick on Jeff Trills. Now, one thing we notice is we for privacy reasons, we don't expose person's last name, but you still can search based on their last name if you know their last name. We just don't show it. So if I didn't have, we got tons of Jeffs in here, right? I mean, there's just quite a few Jeffs in here, but it's not showing up because maybe a fix that I'm making is I'm going to page through. So as you scroll, you'll get more results. Right now, I'm only showing, what am I showing? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 at a time. So I'll
Mhm.
make that change. But let's say I knew it was Jeffrey, right? There's still a bunch of Jeffreys. But if I knew his last name or an initial, and Evelyn, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it starts with a T, right? Jeff?
Yep. Yep.
True. If I type in T,
Nope.
wait a minute. That's,
Try J.
yeah, you're right.
Jeffrey
Jeff.
J. Yep.
There you go. There he is. He's the second one on the list.
Yep.
And he's out
So
of Atlanta.
so just to piggyback on this, I know that James is, has done this amazing thing about being able to, like, for privacy reasons, but it's also important. This is why it's also important to have your picture, because if you have customers that are going to put you as a favorite driver, some of them may not know your last name. They may not want to scroll down, but they know what you look like. So they want to be able to see. It's easier to see your lovely faces if there's an image on your account.
So there's a great question by Rush. Perfect example. He's saying, in Atlanta, well, I'm in an app, I'm a writer, try to find a favorite driver. It shows drivers in other states before I see my name. Why? Now we could fix that and change that so it reflects your name at the top based on location. What we did is we open up the whole network. So it's all based on the person's name that you would be able to search. So it does show where they're located. See, Jeff is in Atlanta, Jeffrey's in Buena Park, and Jeffrey's here is in Orlando. So there are ways to like Evelyn said,
Mhm.
a picture really helps to identify. But to your point, Rush, I will look at that and see if I can put those at the top of the list. So it's the nearest, but there's some challenges with that because you're searching based on anybody's name, and maybe I can add maybe a filter based on the location as a default. So
Um,
I'll look into that.
hey, um, James, can we see if we can find Arthur
Sure.
in West Palm?
So look at Arthur. So Arthur,
Hmm.
I spell his name right. Is any of these Arthur?
Um,
There he is.
there you go.
Arthur, you're driving a black 2015 Hyundai Tucson and you're from West Palm Beach. So
And
another thing that we're trying to also look at is having an identifier. So rather than using a name, you can just give the passenger or your referral or your identifier. So rather than having a name and typing it incorrectly, having a potential identifier and put it right here. So you just type in a whatever, Arthur, I don't know your last name. Let's say it was AT465. That would immediately show up much quicker because it would be Mongo's. So here in Arthur's case, if I would have just typed in the letter M because he provided his last initial, you're the first top of the list because that's who you are.
James,
Yes.
one of the issues that we're having, Lon brought it up and Malachi brought it up yesterday. If you go into dark mode in the
Mm-hmm.
app,
Mm-hmm.
it's difficult to see the print. for the
Okay.
driver.
Okay, I can correct that, but thanks for letting me know about that.
Yeah,
So
so if you
that's
go
good.
and you try to
So
search now
I have a
for,
quick fix for that.
don't go into dark mode.
Yep. Sorry, I mean, I'm just saying.
No, this is
I mean,
very.
we get it. So we're gonna fix that. But like in the
No,
meantime,
thank you.
like I would
Do a
just search.
screenshot.
I would
Yeah,
probably
thanks
just
for
look in light mode because also
let
like
me do a
yeah,
screenshot of this, and
yeah.
I'll correct that. Good feedback.
Thank you.
So what does the star and A mean? So it's not applicable. Lisa, there's people trying to get on the call as well. Sorry. And the star means basically how many stars you have. So let's just say Rush, like James has done or Arthur has done 30 rides, and all his 30 rides say he's phenomenal. So he's gonna get a 5-star. It's basically the rating for your drivers.
Yeah, if it's not showing up, I'll get that corrected as well because it like Arthur should have
All
seen
right.
a 5
Is there
star
any
there.
other tech questions that you guys want to ask? So Tim S is asking, it would be cool one day to have a QR code for people to find us. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
Good
in
feedback.
our roadmap. So any other questions you guys have?
Paul wanted me to ask about the tipping feature, about the possibility of explaining why they can only tip a certain amount, or if we can change it so that they can tip more. I guess someone had asked him about that earlier today.
Yeah, at the beginning we lowered that significantly just due to some risk. So we can expand that as we now that we're kind of cleared up um, with our
Third
credit
party. Yeah.
third party. Yeah, yeah. But I'll increase that.
Okay.
Sorry, that's my dog. I guess I have to pick her up. She's scratching. So, so we have customers are asking about tolls. So you are able to add tolls on this. That toll money goes directly to the driver. We don't take any payments out of that because you guys are paying that out directly. So on the app, does it show a map of the route?
Yes, it's right here.
So Rush, yes, it does show the route. You can, I believe we use Google Maps, correct?
Correct. It's shown right here.
So cashless tolling, Grey Wolf, you can actually, cashless tolling, you still know what the amount would be if there's a toll that you normally pass by. So you would just add that to your charges. James, correct me if I'm wrong. You can add the toll charges in the beginning and you can add it in the end, correct?
Yes, unless so we set that parameter for certain locations. So we just if we want to enable that throughout all regions, we can just set that flag and explain to them what that means if that's what you want to do.
Perfect. Are there any?
Yeah, so Lon's asking, are searchable and clickable drivers going to be visible on the map when clients look at? Yes and no. So they're not clickable, but they are visible. So let me give you an example. So I'm in West Palm Beach and I'm gonna do a pickup and drop off. And I don't care who I'm looking at. I'm just gonna say skip. And this is sometimes happens. So we had some questions. People sometimes it spins. So what happens is sometimes the network connection gets disrupted. So see this little refresh button right here? All you have to do is tap on that and it will make a reattempt to connect, and then you'll get the rates. So based on the question, am I going to see drivers around me? Now you can see there's no one available for express on demand, but there's one for Lux, and there's the car right there. And then let's see if there's one. Oh, there's an SUV here too. Oh, there's several SUV car classifications, and you can see there's quite a few SUVs. So yes, you can see the cars, but you're not able to tap into them and find out who they are. I mean, that's their identity.
Perfect.
One other question that Paul had on his list is explaining about updating their vehicle information and sending in updated documents. I know the document part isn't available yet. Can
Yeah,
they?
currently it's locked down. I mean, we just can't have people just changing that information without us knowing about it and reviewing it again. So I will set that up so we will get triggered on our side, on the admin side, that you updated your information. Then we'll just do a quick review to make sure everything checks. So basically, my goal there would be to go into the driver app and your vehicle details. I'll allow you to edit these areas. They're locked down right now.
Okay. Okay.
So, Isaac is asking about XL. Is it going to be SUV? It is going to be an SUV. When you mean XL, Isaac, what are you talking about? Also, guys, just a reminder, this is a tech call. We're getting a lot of questions in regards on how to use the app. So if we can just make sure that, we're asking tech questions of what you're currently experiencing with the app, we wanted to take this time to really just go through the app if you have questions. So outside of not technical questions, let's send an email to support. But if you guys have questions on the app, if you're getting stuck, would love for you guys to share your app and share what you're seeing so we can walk you through that. Because if you have that question, everyone else will probably have that same question.
Waffle.
So
yeah, these aren't really tech
okay.
related questions, but I'm looking through these questions and I just don't see anything that's specific to.
So yeah.
Stephen Parnell had a question about
So hey, Gary Stratton, are you able to, Lisa, he says he's experiencing, he can't get in the app. So this is a perfect example. Gary, are you able to share your screen? Gary, Mr. Stratton.
yes, Arthur,
Yeah.
that's Waffle snoring.
And Liliana, maybe you can be a little bit more more detailed around what the issues are with the app prices. You're saying rider app prices. That should be driven off of on the driver's side. So are you seeing prices?
You want me to unmute her so she can explain?
Yeah, let's go ahead and have Liana. Liana, are you able to share your screen? Gary, you can still share Gary, are you able to share or get on your phone and so we can see what you're experiencing? Liliana, Lisa, maybe ask Liliana to go.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I had to find her.
Ronnie's asking.
Okay, yes, hi. I'm sorry, but I'm having an issue with this particular customer. She lives in West Palm Beach and she goes to Del Rey. And every time I try to change her, I know that I have to update my price, and I've done that. But then when she's gonna book it, her prices are outrageous. It's like one day is $39, the other day is 49, and today it was $236. And there's no way of me changing it because when she clicked on to pick me, even though that I have put the price already, it doesn't show like that.
All right, let's take an example of that, Lena. Thank you for telling us that. So let's take an example here. So I'm going to go in and look at my price, and I am currently.
I put the address on the top. I don't know if you missed it.
Well, I just wanted to show you an example just to give you an idea of what to expect. So let's go ahead and just do another ride here. And now I'm going to search for myself. So I want to see if these rates are being pulled that I have in the system. There I am. Now this is only reflective on a scheduled ride, but you can see that I have my rate here. 125. I think that's the wrong one. Give me 1 second. I think I'm on a different car class. Let me see.
No, that's SUV. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're on Express and you've got SUV pulled up.
Yeah. Let me do it under the. Let me schedule it. I are not pulling up here. Let me try it again. Okay, there we go. So let me make sure I've got my right rate here. I believe I'm under, for my demo here, I think I have it under the SUV. You know what? Let me see here. Yeah, this is pulling the incorrect rate. Look like it's pulling the corporate rate. So this is a perfect example. So let me correct this today. That should be pulling my SUV rate. Let me do it one more time. This was just updated yesterday, so having some of the field testing is really good to just make sure.
Hey Gary, hang on 1 second. So when James is done doing this, we can have you share your screen.
Yeah, this you are correct. I will. Looks like the mapping isn't going exactly. We just released this yesterday, so it looks like the mapping isn't reflecting exactly the one that I've set on my rate, unless I'm on the wrong account. But oh, you know what? I'm on the wrong account. I don't see my picture, so that's why. So, but it should map it correctly. But I will double check and make sure that works.
Liliana, would you be able to just when we just want to make sure, are you able to share your phone screen to make sure your rates, so we can just double check the rates that you've inputted to make sure that you have it correctly?
How do I share it to you? Because I took 2 screenshots of my pricing and her pricing. How do I? Let me see.
So you
Oh,
on the top
gallery.
right, it says share
Oh,
screen. You see it?
I think I did. Hold on.
Yeah. Let's see if you can share your screen so we can see what you're looking at.
Mm,
Oh, I'm in the wrong environment.
Good captions. Well, how do I go to?
James, are you able? Liliana, are you able to share?
I think I have
No,
sharing
I don't
for
know
her
how
to
to do
share.
it. I don't know how to do it.
Do you see at the top where it says share screen?
No. It doesn't say share screen.
I probably have to send her a presenter link and have her log back in, but I can do that really quick.
Okay. Do you want to have Gary share give him a presenter link?
Yeah, hold on one moment.
I mean, if he could put the address to see how much he will get in his app.
Here, I'm posting the, let's see. I gotta get this to her somehow.
All right, while we're waiting, is there any other questions that you guys have? James, are the prices for on demand different than scheduled?
No, they're the same.
Yep. Perfect.
Liliana, I just sent you a
Yeah, I got it.
okay.
Lisa, what about for Greg Stratton?
I need his telephone number to send it to me. Okay, one moment and I'll send it to you.
Oh, my mistake. I'm listed both the driver and the rider here, so I was selecting the wrong driver. That was the reason why I was getting the wrong price. Let me share my screen and everything works the way expected. So it's not a bug. It's actually exactly what. Let me share my screen again. Just so everybody sees that it's actually mapped correctly. Okay, so I'm going to reshare my screen. Okay.
Dan Verley's on demand in every location as a yes. We are open nationwide.
All right. Can everybody see my screen again?
Yes.
Okay.
And Liliana,
so,
I see you. I'll get you to share your screen in just a little bit.
So this was my error. I'm listed twice, and I selected this is the driver right here. I'm looking for this photo, so that was the reason why I wasn't picking the right person. So let me pick myself again. There I am. I picked this person, which it should have been this person right here. As you can see, there's the driver. So now if I go and let me just go to the driver rate pricing. I believe this one I'm set up as express. So let's just double check. Yes, I'm a setup. That means when it only shows one, that means that driver that you selected, you can see where they were lined up to, and I'm selected as an express. And so just to see the rates, to see if they're matched correctly, you can see they're matched perfectly. 50 cents, 50 cents, 85, 85. 430 as my base fare. So everything matches exactly the way. So now I'm going to change it. I'm just going to go in and make an arbitrary change here. I don't care what it is here.
Any other questions, guys?
So I'm going to make it here different 40, 95 cents, 63 cents. I'm going to update it. Now I'm going to go back in the app and just refresh it right here. And you're going to see this price change.
Hey, Gary, you can log in.
And there it goes, $53.60 now, because I updated my price. It's in real time, so I can go back in,
James,
and you can see it's 95 cents, 63 cents. So
James?
Everything is reflective of whatever you set for.
All right, Liliana, I asked you to unmute. Yeah, that worked. Liliana?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Do you see where you can share your screen?
Is it view? No, that's not it. Uh, no.
I don't know what it looks like. Let me see if I can see what it looks like on my phone so I can walk you through it. 1 second.
Okay.
Perfect. So, Steve, what iPhone do you have? Because maybe it is, if it's an older iPhone, they may be experiencing that issue.
Well, this one is a 15.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I
Oh,
was answering a question. Sorry, Liliana, we're waiting for you.
oh, okay.
So, James, we have a question saying,
Oh, sorry.
I know we can see from top down. If you're an SUV, you can see all the express rides. But if you're an express, can you see the SUV ride? I don't think so, right?
No, you cannot.
Yeah, because you can't take the ride anyways. Carlos, we are open in Orlando.
Let's see.
Jay, what type of phone do you have?
The driver pricing screen is just black, huh? I'm not
And what type of
experienced.
Android? Is it a Samsung, a Lenovo? Is it a Lenovo? Sorry. LG. Sorry. Samsung. And what type of Samsung?
Usually when it goes black, it's still trying to fetch that
The
screen because
data.
it happens. You can see that the screen does go black for a second, but it should render it. So it's usually like watch what happens. It does go black a second because it's loading right there. It's so fast. In my case, it's on a high-speed network. So on a slower network, it may go black, but it should render the screen. So if you have issues, that could be a network issue.
Carlos, Orlando is open. We're open nationwide.
Liliana,
Yes,
if up at the top on the left-hand side, you see those 3 little lines,
yes.
click those,
Okay.
scroll all the way to the bottom.
Okay.
Do you see start screen sharing?
Yes.
Select that.
Okay.
Rambo's not in by you?
Jeannie, get yourself on mute.
I'm sorry.
So I click on screen share. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm close this. Alright. So I still don't understand how to do it.
Is Greg back on?
I'm still not doing
Oh,
it.
sorry,
Though.
Gary's back on. Perfect. Okay. So Liliana, oh, perfect. Gary's on.
Mm,
Okay, we see a screen. Who is that?
It's Gary's. Gary, do you want
Okay.
to try logging in while we'll figure Liliana out? Oh, Gary, you stopped sharing.
I don't know if it's my phone or what.
Okay, so Gary, are you able to share your screen again? While we wait for Liliana to be able to share hers? Gary. Hello. Hey Gary, are you able to share your screen again?
I'm trying.
Perfect. Thanks.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
we can.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm selecting share on the thing. Our link share is checked,
Yep.
Mhm.
and then
So you were
I
sharing you were broadcasting a second ago, and then I think you may have hit something.
yeah. Okay. So are you seeing my screen?
Nope, not yet.
Okay. Let me go back. Start sharing. It's got the R link screen share checked.
Uh-huh.
Do I hit start broadcast?
Yes.
Okay.
Broadcast.
So Liliana, you can't do it yet. So he's okay, perfect. And then I'll go to your app, Gary.
Okay. So yeah. So do I just
Swipe out of that one. Don't
swipe
and then
out? Swipe
and
out.
then
Okay.
and
Close.
then go to your
Close it.
app. Yep, go to your app.
Okay, go to the Revo app. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Hey, James, are you still on?
I am. I was just on mute.
Oh, perfect. Thanks.
Okay,
see it.
there's the Revo app.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's been like this for weeks. I can never get past this. It
All right,
says
so
you're currently offline. I hit retry. Nothing goes beyond this.
all right. Restart the app. Just close it. Restart it. I mean, obviously, I was on the app. I think everybody else, we would have got a lot more calls if the app was down. So you should be able to go back in.
Okay, so
Just go back in.
I just shut the app down.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Go back in.
I hit retry. So it's been like this for weeks. I've never been able to do anything.
It says you're currently offline. So is your location services on for this app?
Well, I don't know.
It makes you update your app. Thank you. Brent.
Yeah, that's another thing. Update the app because there's quite a significant change in the.
Okay, I did that last. So there's another update from a little bit ago. Then all right.
Yeah, go to the App Store and see if there's type in the word Revo and then press enter or search. And then scroll down. It looks like you're running the latest. Interesting.
And then can you check your location services on as well? So while we're here, we can just go ahead and open. Yeah, we want to click on open for that one. Yep. Gary, do me a favor. Okay, yeah, you hit retry. Weird.
That is very weird. I mean, for those that are online, I'm assuming everybody else doesn't have issues logging in.
Does anybody else have issues on their iPhone or Android?
No, I don't have issues logging in.
Oh, Angel, you're having the same issues?
Reinstall. Yeah, maybe a reinstall could delete the app and reinstall.
Okay.
Or restart the phone.
You want me to not share anymore and then go and redo everything?
You're gonna get disconnected, obviously. So
okay. You're gonna take me out? Okay, good. All right, you go ahead and take me out, and I'll go in and delete.
Perfect. Liliana, are you able to share your screen now?
Let me try. Start screen sharing. So I go to broadcast.
Mm-hmm. Start broadcast. Great. Okay, now log out of that and just go to your REVO app.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
The REVO app, not the R-Link.
The app? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, the REVO app, the driver app.
Oh, okay. Driver. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it?
Mm-hmm. Do you want to go to your rates?
Okay. Rates. Rates.
So James, is that everything look good?
Yeah. So that's the price that I put for my customer this morning.
Yep. And you are an express. So let me see. I'm going to try to stay right there. I'm going to see if I was a customer, and I'm going to.
So if I put express, that means that if somebody needs an SUV, they can't see me.
You won't get it.
No. So there's no way to do all three of them. I mean, REVO Express and REVO.
Does your vehicle?
Go ahead. What's your vehicle? Sorry.
I'm sorry.
What type of vehicle do you drive?
SUV.
Okay, so I would if you have an SUV, then you can see Lux and Express.
Right, but then REVO Express will not. I can't get any REVO Expresses then.
No, you can. If you're
Oh,
so
okay.
if you're driving like a Express, you won't be able to see the SUV for obvious reasons. Like they would want a bigger car. But if you're driving an SUV and you're registered in an SUV, you can see everything down.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, so I'll give it a SUV then. Okay.
Yep.
So it looks
So,
like you have a
so
white
the
Volkswagen Tiguan.
right, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So now the issue is if I go to the other app, which is for the client, and
Oh,
then I
do me a favor, Lillian. Your rate is really weird. Can you go back to your rate again?
okay,
And can you change your per mile? Just move it up and down.
like this.
I'm sorry. Your express is go to your express one. Change at the see at the top. Yeah, change it to express.
Okay.
See, your per minute is 63 cents. Your change your per mile. Can you toggle your per mile for me?
This one.
Yes.
Oh,
Just
sure.
just tap up and down,
Up and down.
and then
Okay.
bring it back to where it was. Okay, perfect. Yeah, no. And then do the same thing for per minute. All right, and move it back down. And now save it. Just save it. I want to see because I'm in your account right now. Your vehicle. I want to see if I get your rate. Okay, click OK.
She also has surge enabled at 10%.
Ah, no wonder the price is all weird. Okay, wait a minute. Stay right there. I just want to see if I'm getting your rate.
Okay.
Okay. Can you take off surge? I think you may have discovered something. Take your surge off for a second and save it.
Update.
All
Okay.
right. Give me a second. Let me check something out.
Okay.
Okay. You discovered a bug. So I am going to fix the bug. It's the surge. When you
Yay,
enable surge,
Liliana.
you discovered this. I mean, this is great that I'm able to see this. This is a perfect example of what I wanted to see is what you
Okay.
see. And
Okay.
now if you look at your rates, everything will be fine. So just for now, just don't turn on surge until we tell you that we fixed this enable surge bug.
Okay.
All
So,
right.
so if I go to the Rider app, is that gonna
You
fix this lady's
yes.
fare?
I'm already looking at it. I'm looking at your rate and it's back to where it should be.
Okay. So, okay. So if we go to the Riders app and I put her address and where we going, would it be this price?
I can even show you on my app on your rate on what you have set, and
Okay.
you'll see what the writer sees. So let me
Okay.
see. I don't know.
So you want her address?
Can you see my screen now?
Oh, do I get out of here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Let me go back to you. Okay. Yeah, I see your screen.
All right. So let me. Are you able to see my screen right now?
Yes.
Okay. This is you right here. That's your
Okay.
rate.
Okay.
So when I tap in here, that was the rate that you just set.
Okay.
So I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to look for you. There you are.
Okay.
And there's your rate.
Okay.
You're good, Liliana?
I hope. Okay. Let's.
Perfect. Yeah, Liliana, what I would do now is I would ask your client that was trying to book you this morning to see if
Yeah.
she can just go ahead and test it out, and to see what rate she gets, and then just circle back with support myself or Lisa or Jeannie and let us know if that fixed it.
No, she's doing it right now.
Perfect.
I'm
Yay.
trying to do it now. Why does it make me schedule a ride? Why can't I just do a demand?
What, cancel?
Cancel.
Tap in. Don't tap in the now button. Tap the search destination. There you go. Now you're.
Search destination. Okay.
Yeah,
So let me.
it looks similar to how Uber and Lyft has their.
Okay. Let me do this
Perfect.
quick so to make sure that this. Because I've been wanting her to use the app, and she says I can't use it. They're charging me way too much.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's let's do a quick check here.
Right, this one right here. Okay. So we went here. Louisiana. Okay, right here.
There you go. There's your rate. You're just not on the. You're not nearby on demand. You got to be online.
Oh, okay. But that's
You
that's the rate. But that's not the
you can
rate that I put for her, though.
for Express.
Yeah, I put $23.
Well, it's all based on the distance and the time. I mean, it's all based on those parameters. So if you click on the little eye icon there.
Oops.
No, the
Okay,
little
where?
eye right. See where it says Revo Express, the little eye icon.
Yeah.
Tap on that. That's based on the calculation of that trip. That's what we calculated for that trip.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's 21 miles and 27 minutes is again, these are all estimation based on the Google Maps
So if you
traffic
guys, yeah,
report.
so that's an estimate. So just a heads up, if you guys are lucky and you hit every single green light on your way and you get there faster, that's going
Yeah.
to change. If
Yeah.
there happens to be an accident and you're stuck in traffic for 3 hours, that's also going to change. So all of these are estimates. Just a heads up on that one because I know I got a question about that.
Okay. So
Awesome.
okay. So yeah, that looks much better than what this morning. It was saying
No,
Amazing.
$334. I said what?
no, thank you for identifying that bug. I will get that corrected today.
Thanks, Liliana. Really
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
I'm glad we were able to share your screen so we can see that. All
Thank
right,
you.
folks, we are closing to 12:57. We'll go ahead and try to schedule another one of these calls next week. If it's, I think, Gary, are you able to log in now?
Oh, he's in the app now. It says.
Okay, perfect. So that was amazing. I'm glad that got fixed. So really good news that we were able to help a lot of folks out today. Lisa, maybe we should do this again next week at the same time, same place.
Yeah.
Perfect. And you guys can bring coffee. Just kidding. All right, guys. Have a great Wednesday. We'll see you guys next week or